Hey, hello, what's up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to Sunday to Random Pick Day. I hope you all can sit back, relax and enjoy today's video. Now I was thinking to myself the other day, I quite like the way that the random pick's been going lately. We've been doing some different things and I was wondering if there was a way to get you guys a little bit more involved. And at the same time not cost you loads of coins by having to go on the market and pick up the random pick players. So I came up with a solution of, I'm going to take the first 10 pages from my club, and you guys can do this too. I'm going to let Siri basically give me a random number. This is the same as using random.org. It's just an easier way so I can still stay focused on the camera and not look all the way over here to where random.org would be. What I want to do is, and if you guys have got an iPhone or random.org at hand, you can do this as well, is out of the first 10 pages of players, in my club that goes up to 84 rated players, or 83 rated players I think it is, and I'm going to get a random number which will tell me what page to go to, and then I'm going to ask Siri for a random number again from all the players that are on the page, and whatever number I get given is one of my random pick players. I will repeat this process 3 times. I will then have 3 players that are currently in my club, so it won't cost me any extra coins to go out and buy them, and then we'll build a squad around them. I think this is just a little bit of a different, more interesting, more random way of doing things, and I would be very interested to see what you guys get if you play along with me today. So what I'm going to suggest actually is that you guys follow the exact numbers that I get given, and then in your clubs you go to the same page and pick the same player as me, but of course it will most likely be a different player because we don't all have the same clubs. Siri, give me a random number between 1 and 10.
It's 3.
Siri says I need to go to page number 3. So now that I'm on page number 3, I need another random number to choose our first random pick player. We've got some pretty high rated dudes here and a couple of informs, so Siri, give me a random number between 1 and 10.
The answer is 7.
The answer is 7, so Ben Yedder is the first player. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We get to use my 88 rated Andres Iniesta in today's random pick. Siri, give me a random number between 1 and 10.
It's 5.
It's 5. That means I need to go to page number 5 and use a player from that page in my club. Siri, give me a random number between 1 and 10.
It's 10.
It's 10, so I go all the way to the end, and it looks as though we're going to be using the French striker, 86 rated Karim Benzema. Siri, give me a random number between 1 and 10.
It's 1.
It's 1. That, if I go to page number 1, is my highest rated players. Siri, give me a random number between 1 and 10.
It's 4.
It is 4, and our 4th player, if we take Messi as number 1, Matthias as number 2, Hadji as number 3, we get to use 93 rated Team of the Year Paul Pogba as our 3rd and final random pick player. So you guys have had your picks now as well. Make sure you come over and tweet me at LA5TY on Twitter with the 3 players that you've got and the team that you've built around them. So at this point I went away, chose my formation and decided on what squad I was going to be building for today's episode. I went with a 4-1-2-1-2 but with centre mids instead of left mid and right mid. And then this is the entire team and where everyone is going to be playing today. I'm pretty sure it is 4 leagues and a bunch of nations. We're relying a lot on the perfect link and the strong link in this particular squad. We've got record breaker Buffon, we've got Otamendi and Barzagli, and we've got Jordi Alba and Zabaleta coming in at the fullback spots. They're completely opposites because, you know, Zabaleta's big, strong but slow, and Jordi Alba is little but he's absolutely lightning quick. I've gone for Pereira as a CDM. He's actually got better defensive stats than attacking stats, even though he's normally a cam, so I thought I would try that. And our first random pick player today is Andres Iniesta. He's 88 rated, of course, with great dribbling, amazing passing, 4-star skill moves. He should be a decent player in our central midfield spot. We've also got Tolisso going into the squad there as well. And Paul Pogba, Team of the Year, is our 2nd random pick player today. 93 rated. Ridiculous. 93 dribbling. Well, he's got 80 plus club. And he's got like ridiculous stats across the board, and an insane player, and I'm glad we get to use him today. I then went for Lacazette, and then Benzema is our 3rd and final random pick player today. He's 86 rated, good pace, dribbling, shooting, all of that stuff, and luckily I was actually able to build this just from players that were in my club. I had every single player here, so that is another challenge to you guys. As well as just going for the exact page number and exact player that I went for, I need you to build it with players that are just in your club. I wanted to do this episode of the random pick without spending any coins. So it's just a little challenge and a different way to do this video. You guys may love it, you may not particularly like it as much as the normal random pick. I'd absolutely love your feedback in the comment section below. Every now and again, should I do an episode like this where we literally just go on complete lockdown and don't spend any coins, and we just do it with players that are in our club? I would like to know, because I think this is a good idea, and I like the use of SIRI as opposed to what I normally do, which is just random.org and choose a page and then we pick the highest rated player or whatever it is. So this is just a little bit different, and I've enjoyed it so far. Playing the games with this team was, well, a mix between absolute disgusting rage and also, you know, coming up against a couple of people who I absolutely dominated, smashed, and we got a decent amount of goals. Like, Benzema underperformed for me. The one that really performed and stood out was, of course, Lacazette, one of the players who wasn't a random pick player. He's really good, and everyone's always said that he's not so good this year, but he outshone Benzema like crazy, and he's lower rated, probably cheaper too. So that's one thing to bear in mind if you're building a squad featuring some of the players that are in this team. Don't forget to make sure you tweet me as well with the squads that you've come up with, and in those tweets, make sure you let me know who your 3 random pick players were, because that way I'll be able to judge what sort of club you've got, whether it's better than mine, not quite as stacked as mine. I don't know where I stand in terms of club value and stuff, you know, against you guys. Some of you may have completely obliterated me, but my club is what it is, and we scored goals with pretty much everyone in the attacking midfield spots. I think we got a goal with nearly everyone. Pogba scored some better goals than everyone, and it's time to give everyone a bit of a rating. So I like Buffon in goal. He is a pretty solid goalkeeper. The odd little mistake, and he doesn't seem to handle very well, which is a bit odd. Zabaleta and Alba did a fantastic job, as did Barzagli and Otamendi. Really like those guys on the game. I've got to say, Pereira at CDM works a treat, and actually with Tolisso at that right centre mid spot, he kind of switched with him, and that worked out very well. And I'm going to give Iniesta 7.5 out of 10 and a 3.5 star value for money. That's an extremely average rating, and that's because he played extremely averagely, I would have to admit, especially for an 88 rated player. I loved Lacazette, and then Benzema, well, Benzema gets 3.5 star value for money, a little bit like Iniesta does, but he doesn't even quite get the rating. He gets a 7 out of 10, which is an even more bland rating, because, well, he just didn't quite cut it for me. He was out of position and stuff like that. But Paul Pogba is as near to perfection in this particular spot as I think you'll find. 4.5 star value for money. He's very, very expensive, and a 9.5 out of 10. A stellar rating for an absolute beastly player on this game. So that's been a very different and, well, yeah, just really different episode, really, of the random pick. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, let me know by smashing a thumbs up, and of course I would like to know your feedback in the comments section. I'll be reading and responding to you guys in there as much as I can do, really. Subscribe to my channel if you are new. Have a great Sunday, and I will catch you next time, guys. Peace.